Welcome back to our English learning podcast. Today we are going to talk about a fun and easy way to improve your English. Learning English with TV series and web series. If you are learning English, you may sometimes feel that studying grammar and memorizing vocabulary is boring. But what if you could learn English with enjoying an interesting story? That's exactly what we are going to discuss today. Watching English series can help you improve your listening, vocabulary, pronunciations, speaking sentence structure, and confidence. But there is one important thing. You should not only watch, you should watch actively. So let's learn how to do it. Why we learn English with series? How we learn English with series? First, why are English series useful? When you study English from a textbook, you often learn formal sentences. But in real conversation, people use many natural expressions. For example, a notebook may teach you, I am very tired. But in a series, you might hear, I'm exhausted, or I'm so tired, or I'm completely worn out. These expressions help you understand how people actually communicate. Series also teach you pronunciation and intonation. You can hear how people connect words, where they pause, and how their voice changes when they are happy or surprised, angry, or exhausted. This makes your English sound more natural. Step 1. Choose the right series. The first step is choosing the right series. Don't choose a show with extremely fast conversation or complicated vocabulary. Choose something with clear speech and everyday conversation. You can start with short episodes and simple scenes. The most important thing is to choose something you enjoy. If you love the story, you will naturally want to watch more episodes. And when you watch more, you get more English practice. Remember, learning should be interesting, not stressful. Step 2. Use English subtitles. Now let's talk about subtitles. If you are a beginner, English subtitles can be extremely helpful. Imagine you hear, I'll get back to you. You may not understand it immediately, but when you see the sentence on the screen, you can organize the words and understand the meaning. After some time, you will begin to understand these expressions without subtitles. Try to avoid depending completely on subtitles in your native language. They can help sometimes, but if you always translate everything, your brain may focus more on your native language than English. Your goal is to slowly train your brain to understand English directly. Step 3. Learn phrases, not just words. Here is another important tip. Don't only learn individual words, learn complete phrases. For example, instead of learning only verb busy, learn I'm a little busy right now. Instead of learning only wait, learn can you wait a minute? Instead of learning only understand, learn I know what you mean. When you learn complete phrases, it becomes easier to use English when you speak. You are not creating every sentence from zero. Your brain starts remembering useful expressions automatically. Step 4. Practice shadowing. Now we have one of my favorite techniques, shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a speaker and repeating what they say immediately. For example, a character says, Are you coming with us? Pause the video and repeat, Are you coming with us? Try to copy the pronunciation and rhythm. Then the character says, I'll be there in 5 minutes. You repeat, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Don't worry if your pronunciation is not perfect. The goal is to practice. The more you repeat, the more comfortable your mouth becomes with English sounds. Step 5. Keep a small vocabulary notebook. You can also keep a small notebook while watching. But don't write down every difficult word. Choose only 5 useful words or phrases from each episode. For example, what's going on? Take your time. I'm not sure. That makes sense. Give me a second. Then create your own sentences. For example, what's going on? You can use it when you want to ask someone what is happening. Take your time. You can use this phrase when you want someone to relax and not hurry. That makes sense. You can use this phrase when you understand someone's explanation. This way, you are not just memorizing vocabulary. You are learning how to use English. Step 6. Watch the same scenes twice. You don't always need to watch a new episode every day. Sometimes, watching the same short scene twice can be even more useful. The first time, watch it for the story. The second time, focus on English. Listen carefully to pronunciation. Notice useful phrases. Repeat sentences. Try to understand the conversation without translating every word. You may be surprised that you understand much more the second time. Step 7. Talk about what you watched. After watching an episode, try to speak about it. You can say, "Today I watched an episode about two friends. They had a problem, but they talked about it and found a solution. I learned some new English expressions." It does not matter if your sentences are simple. The purpose is to make your brain produce English. Remember, learning is important, but speaking is also necessary. If you only listen to English for months but never speak, you may understand English but still feel nervous when you try to talk. So after watching, speak for 2 or 3 minutes. A simple 20-minute English routine. Let's create a simple routine that you can follow every day. Spend about 20 minutes learning English with a series. For the first 5 minutes, watch a short series with English subtitles. For the next 5 minutes, write down 5 useful phrases. Then spend 5 minutes repeating sentences using shadowing. Finally, spend 5 minutes talking about the scene in your own words. That's it. You don't need to study for 3 or 4 hours every day. Small daily practice is better than occasional long practice. Don't be afraid of difficult English. Sometimes you will hear words that you don't understand. That's completely normal. Even advanced English learners don't understand words in every TV show. Don't stop the video every few seconds. Try to understand the meaning from the situation. For example, if someone is standing at a restaurant and says, "Could we get the bill please?" Even if you don't know the word bill, you can probably understand from the situation that they want to pay. This is called learning from context. Context is one of the most powerful tools for learning a language. Think in English. Another benefit of watching English series is that they can help you start thinking in English. At first, you may hear English and translate it into your native language. But with regular practice, you can understand phrases directly. For example, when you hear, "What are you up to?" you don't need to translate every word. You simply understand the person is talking about what you are doing. This is how English becomes more natural. Final motivation. So if you want to improve your English, don't make learning complicated. Choose a series you enjoy. Watch a short scene. Use English subtitles. Learn useful phrases. Repeat what you hear. Speak about what you watched. And practice every day. You will make mistakes. You will forget words. Sometimes you may not understand the scene. That's okay. Mistakes are not proof that you are bad at English. Mistakes are proof that you are practicing. The more English you hear and use, the more confident you will become. So tonight, choose one English series and watch just 10 or 20 minutes. Don't worry about understanding everything. Just listen, repeat, and learn. Thank you so much for listening to today's English learning podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, keep practicing with us and come back for more simple English lessons, useful vocabularies, everyday conversations, and speaking practice. Remember, listen every day, speak every day, and learn every day. Your English journey starts with one sentence, one word, and one small step at a time. See you in the next episode. Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep improving your English.